Okay, hi guys. And just so y'all know, I'm very nervous and very awkward. So, just so you know. But this is me in the day in the life, and hopefully this is gonna be okay enough. So I woke up like really early, like stupid early. My fibromyalgia was flaring and I had a bad headache. So I figured I would just get up anyways and make some coffee because the caffeine sometimes helps my headaches a lot. Yeah. So I go ahead and scoop my coffee, get my water to get all warm and hot, and then I teeter-totter my way to the closet where I get my feeding formula. I feed with my Kate Farms 1.5 peptide. It is a plant-based formula that has 1.5 calories per each milliliter, and I use 3 of them every 20 hours. They're very thick, you have to shake them a lot, and they go into my feeding bag, and I have to stay on that 24 hours. And then I also have to use a water bag, which is used as a flush so things don't get clogged and I get more hydration. I fill my water bag all the way to the top with filtered water and it'll be good for the day. So both bags are ready, it's a liter in each and they're heavy, but I press run and we're good. By then my water is hot, I can remove it from the stove and pour it into my French press and then it'll brew for 5 minutes. While that brews, I take my IV medication. I take an antacid, antiemetic, and antihistamine. I also spike my bag of IV fluids and go ahead and start that. I get all the air out of it first and then prime the line by filling all of the tubing with the saline fluid. I put all of this through my portacath. A portacath is a small implant inserted underneath the skin in the chest that will be accessed by a different type of needle that will give intravenous access. It is a type of central line that can be very dangerous. A central line is a type of catheter that will go directly into your heart. One single germ can be life-threatening. Saying this, you have to be as careful as possible, using hand sanitizer or gloves, masks or turning away so you don't breathe on it, and then using alcohol caps and alcohol swabs. It's kind of funny because these medications have to be refrigerated, so when I push them slowly, I can still feel the cold going into my chest. Before and after each medication, I flush with 10 milliliters of just plain saline. That way the medication goes into my body and not just sitting in my line and is separated correctly. So I continue doing the rest of my medications and flushes, making sure the whole entire time I stay sterile but not touching the end of the blue hub. After pushing medications, I connect my IV tubing to my portacath extension. That way we are connected in sterile ways. After you connect to your fluids, you no longer need a mask because you have no open access. Everything is covered and sealed. So we take that mama jammer off. I get my Curlin IV pump and I get the tubing of the IV and I go ahead and connect that. I like to use a pump because it's more consistent and it gives you alarms when it ends and it also tells you if there's any air in the line. It just makes me feel so much safer than regular gravity dripping bags. My IV bag is 1,000 milliliters and it runs for 250 milliliters an hour, so it runs for 4 hours a day. I've been challenging myself with standing and walking more, so I put my IV fluids into my bag on my walker and I get my coffee. I'm a courageous woman. I'm only able to drink coffee if I'm draining it as I drink it through my G-tube. But it's also med time. Sunday! Including my as-needed medications, I have to take 21 pills and 1 liquid medication. I have to grind all the hard medications into a powder using a coffee grinder. The coffee grinder works so much faster and easier than any other grinder. And I go ahead and break all the regular capsules up into a medicine cup. I combine those medications and I dissolve them into water. And then I also add my liquid medication into it. I get my 60 milliliter syringe and I stir it up with the water, and that way I can get it into my little syringe and it can go into my feeding tube. The feeding tube that it goes into is my J tube. It's just short for jejunum. That means it goes into my intestine. That way I do not throw it up. That's what I do. It's this one, guys. Your jejunum is not like your stomach. It does not have any place to expand like a pocket. You have to push very slow or you can get a intestinal rupture. But the main reason why I press slow is because I get so darn nauseous from this crap. After the medication, I put water in the same medicine cup to make a flush. That way I can get all the residue of the medication to get the full dose. So we stop, taste and smell the coffee. But then 2 minutes has passed. Coffee has backfired, medication's backfired. I'm just gonna go lay down on the couch. Try anyways, you know. I did not make it to the couch. I was very sick, dry heaving for 45 minutes since my stomach was already empty, but I went ahead and took my vomit bag and tried to make it out of the bathroom anyways. I had to take a different type of medication for nausea, and that's hopefully will save my butt. And so a flush and medication and flush and heparin again, and that's how you do it. So then we just hope to God that this fucking works because I am sick as horribleness. I'm going to actually lay down for now, but the Squishmallow should hopefully save my day. I did some bracelet things as I started feeling better, and I organized the table very poorly. Oh, and then I wanted to show y'all do a transition because I'm going to do a transition change with the new outfit. So yeah, look at that. Yay, I did it. So we put a smile on our face, try not to fall, peace out, get our makeup, but wait. We have some organic CBD, baby. Gotta love it. Oh yeah, baby. We wipe our face off because we're still oily and dirty and put foundation on. We go and put contour and blush on. We lightly rub in that primer, that way it's even and round. And so we go ahead and dry our face, and then we get some good old color schemes up in here and we paint it. We curl those dang lashes, and we do the most important part. Freaking eyeliner, baby! I love it. And then some eye mascara and some lips, and then we're done. But yeah, that lip girl. Damn. If you know me, you know I never finish a cup of coffee. Oh, what? But wait first. You know, it's CBD. We turn on some background noise and work on more bracelets because we can't stand to sit and do one thing at a time. But yeah, 2 sips in, nausea's all the way back. We only have a Ferrell bag because it's not time for meds yet. But a lovely, lovely angel come and makes my day so much better. I got my hot pack on because the pain is bad. My IV fluids are done. And then I just have to disconnect and I'm free for a little bit. Well, at least one of this thing. And we throw that shit away. A 5-hour nap later, it's time for medicine again. I have to get my antihistamine and my antiemetic. This includes my flushes and my heparin blood thinner, and yet again you have to use all of the alcohol in the world. You go ahead and unclamp, check for blood to make sure there's no clots, and then go ahead and push your medicine and flushes. After resting some, I get my jacket, my crutches, and my braces on, and I go with my boyfriend to run some errands. I get my feeds and my drainage bag, and then we go ahead and go get an oil change. It's a long fucking wait. I was still waiting, but at least we got to go inside. It was a lot better in here. Still was long. But yeah, that's my boyfriend's truck. Yay, and we're home now. Now it's time for Pilly Babillies. So you know the drill. You gotta grind them all up and look at all that snow. And go ahead and put it into a medicine cup where you're gonna dissolve it in water to draw it up in the syringe. And then you're also gonna get your liquid medication again, draw it up in the syringe, and then we're gonna look at it in complete disgust because it's gonna make us feel like shit. This is the disgust. I managed to get my feeding tube up the top of my dress so I didn't have to flash everybody on there. And so we go ahead and push our meds, and then we push a flush. We are feeling extraordinarily horrible, very sick. In reaction to this bullshit feeling, I get my CBD, oh yeah, and we're go ahead and good. We get my bag to pack to go to my mom's, my bag to get to go anywhere. I go ahead and hug my sweet baby love. The car ride made me very, very sick, so as soon as I got to my mom's, I had to take another nap because the nausea was unbearable. And as soon as I wake up, my pump is screaming at me because it is dead, and so I gotta plug that in so I can get that good old calories. And I put it around, it's all good and safe. And I go ahead and get to my desk where I have to take medicine again. So we get my grinder one because I'm at my mom's, so I don't have the electric one, and I realized that because I fucked up my wrist. So we get the braces and continue to grind them, and we're kind of pissed off. And we got powder, so we're happy. So yeah, we get it all out. We go ahead and get everything else out. Get the air out. You know how it is. Then you go ahead and put the freaking stuff in the tube. In the tube. It's gonna feel really bad again. So brace yourself, motherfucker. Let's just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here's the tidal wave of nausea. Whoosh. It's never gonna go away. So I have my Ferrell bag on, draining my stomach. So my stomach is empty. That doesn't mean anything. I have to go and dry heave in the restroom for another hour because that's just what I have to do. But now I drained my stomach some more. It looks like I'm peeing. It's really me just draining. Clamp that off. I'm still dang sick, and there's nothing I can do. But yeah, oh, almost fell over. It's fine. We're good. It's funny. So we make our way back to the room where we dig through all of our stuff just so we can find a whole nother drainage bag. And we finally found one, so hell yeah. I'm literally so exhausted from the day, I just can't even get up. But we finally able to like do our freaking bag. It's just so tiring. Spilling bile on myself, so making sure I remember to close this thing. Take the cap off and insert it into my tube, and we are good to go. Unclamp, and we're flowing, man. So we're gonna go ahead and refill our feed bag with that good old Kate Farms. In a beautiful sleeping manner, I will shake the Kate Farms correctly and go ahead and fill it into my feeding bag. I go ahead and put it into my handy dandy diaper bag, which I have made into my feeding bag. I go ahead and get a heparin syringe and a flush syringe, and I dig out my Portacath extension as it was hiding in my shirt. Once again, getting as clean as possible using a mask, again this time, my hand sanitizer, and all the alcohol swabs in the world. I clean my Portacath and I unclamp it, and then I go ahead and flush the regular saline and then my heparin, and at the very end I put an alcohol cap over it to keep it clean. I finally fall back into the bed. I'll try my best not to be tangled. I have my feeding tube, my drainage tube, my pump charger, and my phone charger. And let's just hope for the best. It's way too much. But yeah, that was my day, y'all. I hope you loved it. I'm going to bed now. I'm at my mom's and I love their freaking blankets. Peace out.